What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and today I want to give you a quick, easy lesson on playing Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. So the song is in the key of C minor, or really like F Dorian, and you have to play a bunch of bar chords to play it. But if we capo at the 3rd fret, we can use the following chords: D minor, A minor, C, and G. And you can do the 3-finger version of G, or you can do the 4-finger version of G. It's up to you. All right, so here's the strum pattern for the song. There's not actually a guitar in the song that I could hear in the recording. Mostly synthesizers and bass and drums. And The Weeknd's beautiful voice. But let's try playing this with the strum pattern, which is down, down, up, down. And then it's up to you if you add an extra up at the end of this. So you could go down, down, up, down, up. And on that very last up, that's the transition to the next chord where you're lifting your fingers. But first, let's just try it with the strum pattern the way I have it written with all the chords. And I said, okay, anyway, so that's kind of like a slow acoustic version of the song. Now, the song itself is at about 174 beats per minute. It's kind of like right in that range. I didn't really take the time to figure out exactly, but it's probably somewhere between 170 and 175 BPM, which is pretty fast. So, Now, I would recommend just starting out doing 1 strum per chord until you are able to lock that in time with the recording. So play along with the recording and count and try to hear those chord changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back to D minor. And that's it. That's all the chords right there. So once you get comfortable with that, then you can start adding in more strums. Maybe strum all the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the song that way. Then get comfortable with doing it with the strum pattern I have written. Now, if that strum pattern is easy for you, then add in that extra up as the transition. It just gives it a little extra momentum. Check it out. Like a so, and I wish I could sing this for you, but I'm not going to embarrass myself with that. Not today, anyway. Maybe tomorrow. The only other part is the melody, that keyboard synthesizer melody we can play on the guitar with the capo like this. So you might have somebody playing the chords while you play the melody, or vice versa. So it'd be a great little duet that you can play. Or you could add the bass note to each of these chords underneath. So this is a kind of a more advanced thing that you can do, but it's really fun. So let's take the bass note of each chord that's being played underneath that melody. So for the D minor, we'll play open D. And then we're going to hybrid pick, meaning we're going to pluck that bass note with our picking finger, and then we're going to middle finger pluck with our middle finger at the same time, the first melody note. Then you'll continue to play the rest of the melody with the pick, and just let that bass note continue to ring, like this. Now we do it again, but with the A minor bass note. So we're just going to use open A, open 5th string. And now we're going to grab the bass note of the C chord, C on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Oops, sorry. And then we'll grab open G for the bass note of the G chord, open 3rd string with our final note. Okay, so all together, that sounds like this. Kind of cool. On that last one, if you want it to sound a little bit fuller, instead of grabbing open G, which is a little easier, you could grab that low G. Ah. Kind of like that. Okay, the final version that you could do is you could strum a full chord underneath the melody. And the trick is you only strum as high as the melody note that you're hitting. So if the melody note is in the middle of the chord, don't strum any further than that. Because your ear is going to hear whatever the highest pitch is, your ear will recognize that as the melody note, okay? So let's try that. Here, starting with D minor, I'm only going to go from the, I'm going to hit the fourth, the third, and the second string. So if I hit that first string, you won't hear that correct melody note. So, and then notice I have to lift off that third finger, but I'm still able to hold down the bass note, open D, and then the second fret on the third string. Then when I go to A minor, we have to add the pinky melody note to it. And then the other fingers get to stay in place for the rest of it. Okay, so let's put that all together. We're doing the chord with the melody. So if you were doing like an acoustic arrangement of this song, that would be a really fun way to open it up. And then you could start singing with the chords after that. And that's it. That's the whole song. It's just those four chords over and over again. And then you could add that little melody. And it's up to you how you would want to play that melody, or if you wanted to include it at all on the guitar. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. I tend to do a lot of rock and roll and punk rock and shred guitar and stuff like that on my channel. But every now and then I come across a pop song that I just like. And I find kind of an easy way to arrange it, and I like to share it with you guys. So I'd love to get your thoughts on that. And if you're looking for more personalized help with your guitar playing, check out FortWorthMusicAcademy.com, where we offer live guitar lessons online, as well as in person if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And as my great Aunt Valentina always says, if you ain't got no gravy, there's no point in having the biscuits.